comes the cool guy. Hello, everybody. I'm the cool guy. You might say, wow, cool guy, that's cool hair you got there, cool guy. And wow, cool guy, those are some pretty cool glasses, even for a cool guy. You might also say, wow, cool guy, you got pretty nice ears. Even though they're slightly smaller than average, I still appreciate them, and they're pretty cool, cool guy. Oh yeah, and wow, cool guy, you're pretty cool, but let me tell you something. You might look just a little bit like Robbie Rotten from Lazy Town. No! I don't! Okay? Gosh! I'm not nearly that cool to look like Robbie Rotten from Lazy Town. Sorry guys, I didn't have many ideas for my intro to Salty Sundays today, so I just went crazy for a minute. Which I guess that's normal. Welcome back to another episode of Salty Sundays, guys. I apologize, my walls are a little bit barren right now. I'm kind of going through a transition phase. I moved. That's right, I moved, guys. I moved from that wall to this wall. So, it's a big move. Moving my setup will make recording a lot easier for me, and it gives me a better lighting setup, as you guys can see. I ordered some new lights. I even ordered some acoustic paneling for the wall here so it won't be so hideously ugly. Sure was in my room when I started recording, and I always closed the door, so he's stuck in here for now. Till I'm done recording. Sorry, buddy, you're stuck. Sorry, buddy, you're stuck in here. You're stuck in here with the cool guy. He's like, no, not the cool guy. Anything but the cool guy. Yeah, aside from the barren ass wall and pretty much nothing new. I guess I turned 20, so last week I mentioned that my birthday was on Monday, and I got more happy birthday wishes in that one day than I have in my entire life combined before that point. And I'm 20 years old now, guys, so I have superiority. I mean, seniority? Seniority? I don't know. I've got seniority over some of you, a portion now, so I'm older. I'm an old guy now, if you will. I'm starting to get gray. I'm starting to get some gray hair, guys. Starting to get a little gray hair, you know. Starting to be able to take out loans and stuff, doing adult things. You know, I just took out a loan for my my Lazy Boy chair, which is a pretty adult thing, I feel like. I just subscribed to a Beer of the Month club, but not really though, because I'm 20, not 21. So I'm not that old. I did some other adult things, like I went to the eye doctor. Doctor told me I got cataracts, which is surprising for a person as old as me. He said that I should have had cataracts at least 80 years before. So, I'm sorry guys, I'm very confused right now. Must be getting too old. I'm becoming senile. I really don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just very excited for today's episode of Salty Sundays. After this intro, you guys are going to be able to see the challenge. That's right, cooking with Papa Oomsie. I'm going to be making two very specific things. We got the Papa Burger and shrimp. I'm going to make shrimp in the Papa Burger. You guys donated in total $500, so that's incredible. And in turn for your donations, I will be dancing like a monkey, cooking food, and just being a fool in the footage that is to come later in this video. So you get to look forward to that, guys. You get to look forward to that. Before I begin cooking, though, I'd like to thank everybody who donated, so I'm going to read off a short list of each person, and thank you guys very much for your donations. So here we go. Thank you, Betty, for your donation. I really appreciate it. You're a nice person. Thank you, Philip, for your donation. I really appreciate it as well. Although not quite as much as Betty's donation. Your donation was inferior. Thank you, Niflick, for your donation. Although I do not like your name, and I do not appreciate the spelling of your name. It's irritating, and it burns my insides. Thank you, Tyler W., for your donation. I sincerely appreciate it. Just kidding, I'm not capable of such things. I'm a cold asshole. Thank you, George H., for your donation. I really appreciate that one, just like all the others. Thank you, Chris P., for your two donations that were 5 minutes apart, although I'm confused as to why you didn't just wait and donate a single sum of money instead of two different sums, 5 minutes apart. You've confused me, Chris, but thank you. Your ADHD really inspires me. Cheyenne, thank you for your donation as well. I really, really appreciate it. Faith Harris, also your donation is much appreciated, just like the other ones before this, except slightly less, just because I've chosen to appreciate your donation less than the others. So, yeah. And finally, thank you, the Swollen Gamer, for your meager donation. You asshole. Couldn't you spare some more money? You dick! Just kidding. Everybody donated more money than I thought they would, and one of the tiers was for me to basically roast you guys, and instead of doing that specifically for each person, I decided to just read off the list of donations and thank yous as an asshole, basically try to just, I don't know, I was trying to be funny. I don't actually mean any of that stuff. I appreciate each and every single donation. Honestly, I can't believe we raised any money at all, so I guess now we can get into this episode of Salty Sundays Cooking with Papa Oomsie. All right. And sorry about my walls again. It's bothering me. It's really bothering me. Only this week, though. Only this week. So bear with me. Salty Sundays. Hey, Shrew. You ready for the challenge? Hey, Shrew. You want a hamburger, buddy? You like hamburgers? Huh? You can't talk, can you? You can't talk. That's why you always leave me in silence here. That's why I feel like a crazy person, because you can't talk! Is this thing on? It's on, guys. It's working. It's working. Here we have all of the ingredients necessary to complete the Cooking with Papa challenge. It's not actually a challenge. It's just for that challenge thing. So, you guys chose, for the two main meals, you chose hamburger and shrimps, okay? So, well, you actually chose crawfish, but they're out of season and they're really hard to get. So shrimp are better anyways. For the burger, I'm gonna be cooking a Papa Burger, which is a very special burger that I invented myself. And let me get a close up on my face, a nice blurry close up. I invented it myself and I call it the Papa Burger. I don't really know why I call it the Papa Burger, but that's what it's called, guys. And it's really good. Sorry, this lens I have is manual focus, so it's hard to focus it. Let me see if I can focus that shit. Got some sick depth of field on my nose right there. So we're pretty much just gonna be cooking a burger and shrimp. And I'm gonna show you guys how I like to do it. It's not that special, I guess, but I have a very special ingredient that I almost always include whenever I eat hamburgers. Makes them taste pretty good, so I thought I might share that. I thought you guys might be interested in that. Back to the ingredients. So we've got a ½ pound of lean beef right here, and then an entire pound of shrimp. These guys are just covered in Old Bay, salt, and pepper. That's literally all I'm gonna do with them. The burger is patted out in a rectangle like this because I have some very special rectangular sourdough bread. I didn't get buns for some reason. I prefer that bread anyways. But enough of the shape of this delicious burger. I've seasoned it with salt and pepper, and that's it. That's all you need to season meat with, I believe. I'm a firm believer. I'm a Puritan, okay, guys? I'm a meat Puritan. And I also did something that's the opposite of being a Puritan. I put some butter in it, if you can see here. There's like a little bit of butter here, 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 and here. That is very specifically because I'm gonna be cooking it on a grill style stove, and it's gonna lose a lot of juice, and that's a good way to maintain some of the moisture and keep your burger nice and tasty and prevent it from getting hard. That's essentially it when it comes to the actual meat itself. And for the special thing that I like to do with the meat, this is a chopped up scallion with butter, a little bit of olive oil, some salt, and some pepper. This is brown sugar. I've got some Tabasco, some vinegar, and some soy sauce here. And this is just salt for whenever I need it. I'm going to prepare all this up, and I'm gonna make an onion jam thing. I don't really know if it's actually a jam or not, but I feel like being pretentious whenever I'm cooking, so I'm gonna call it a jam. It's a jam, guys. Respect that shit. So we've got the meat, the jam, and the shrimp. Now we can take them all outside and begin the cooking process. Before we put this on the grill though, I'm gonna wrap it in some aluminum foil, and it's going to slow cook for a little while I'm preparing my onion jam, and then I'm gonna sear the shit out of it, okay? I'll be preparing the jam first, and then the burger, and then the shrimp, because the shrimp take the least amount of time, so the moment of truth is quickly approaching. So the stove is heating up right now, guys, and if you're wondering what in the world this magical contraption is, it's called a Watchman stove, and it's a funny story. A guy that actually lives locally near me builds them. He gave me one. I've been using it. It's incredible, and it cooks things really well. And it also has this really cool warming tray, and that's the burger right there, by the way. I'm cooking the burger at a lower temperature for a short period of time, and then I'm gonna be searing it later on with the grate here. But first, I need to make the jam. I'm sorry if this is very confusing. I'm a confusing person, and my cooking process is revolutionary, and I'm a visionary in the culinary world. Not really. I'm just kidding, of course. I wish my lens focused a little bit better, so I could actually be in this video too. If any of you are interested in this stove, I will have a link in the description. I know it's unlike anything I've ever seen before, at least. It looks pretty cool. We used to cook on this with the propane and just the terrible old burner. Now we cook on this. It is from the future. Now I begin cooking the jam just take your scallions and, or you can also use onions, by the way. I just use scallions because I'm pretentious, like I said earlier. And actually, guys, I didn't have any onions. That's why I used a scallion. I don't want to lie to you all. I forgot to buy onions. So stupid. I usually use onions, by the way. I've never actually used scallions, so I hope this is gonna be tasty. You pretty much just gotta render these guys down a little bit. Man, they smell so incredibly good. That's one great thing about cooking outdoors. It seems like everything smells better. I don't know if that's just me. I firmly believe that smell travels more efficiently when you're outdoors. It doesn't make any sense, I know, but I'm a scientist and you're not, so. These guys have been rendering down for about a minute now. I'm gonna add some soy sauce, vinegar, and some sugar in there to help them, I don't know, be more delicious. I don't know. I'll stop talking. Brown sugar, a little bit of soy sauce. Okay. You can also use Worcestershire sauce, but I didn't have any of that either because I forgot to buy that as well. So I'm just using some soy sauce. The reason I made that noise is because my arms aren't very long and the focus in this thing is really, really difficult to work with. And it's just me. I would benefit by having a cameraman for sure. And here's some vinegar. Vinegar's going on, guys. It smells like the fair out here. I don't know if you guys know that smell that the fair gives off with all that delicious oniony food, but that's what I'm smelling. I'm gonna try to keep it out of the middle as well, just so it doesn't get too hot. I don't want to burn the onions. I just want to kind of caramelize them and make them happy. I think I also hear thunder. So this is basically a perfect storm of shit happening during my cooking video, guys. One final ingredient, some Tabasco or other various hot sauces. I prefer Tabasco over like Texas Pete or those other stupid hot sauces. I'm very picky whenever it comes to hot sauce. You guys can also throw in some ketchup or Dijon mustard. I've also done that before, but once again, I'm kind of working with what I got right now, and I'm not very good at grocery shopping, so soy sauce, vinegar, onions, and Tabasco, and butter, and olive oil, and love. So I got my jam off the heat now, and I'm just gonna let it simmer a little bit more in this lower temperature. It's kind of difficult to regulate temperature whenever you're outdoors. Obviously, you're cooking with wood, as opposed to electricity or that newfangled charcoal technology. I did my best with the tools I am given, and I have here some delicious looking onion jam. I'm gonna leave it for a little bit more and let it kind of marry together a little bit before I get it out of there. And now we need to heat up the grill top for the burger and the shrimps. I think I'm gonna begin cooking the burger first though. It should be at an elevated temperature now, being in that aluminum foil near the direct source of the heat there on this warming tray. The idea behind what I'm doing here is to basically cook the burger for the shortest amount of time possible at the highest heat. So right now I'm cooking it at a low heat to try to get the entire thing to be 135 degrees or 145, whatever you prefer. I like my burgers medium rare, so I usually go for like 145, 150. So that's the goal I'm trying to shoot for here, and then I will basically sear it on the grill top of the Watchman. We'll see how it works this time, guys. I'm thinking it's gonna be very, very, very effective. Look at the flame in there. That looks so cool. Look at that angle with that depth of field. Who knew I was an artist? We can take a peek at the burger and see how well it's doing. It actually looks to be pretty cooked right now. The middle's still pretty rare, but you can see all that juice in there. That's helped by the butter and whatnot. So we can take the burger out now and put it on the grill top. And I'm thinking it's gonna be perfect, guys. I think it's gonna be perfect, okay? And by the way, if you wanna know, it's sat on the edge there at probably 300 degrees, maybe a little hotter, for approximately 15 minutes. So a lot of estimations here. I do not cook using exacts, and if you don't like that, I'm sorry. We might have a bit of a flare up because there's a lot of fat, and flames like fat, that's for sure. Oh man, does that smell good. I'll be sure to pour that in there later to get some other good smells. I'm gonna get this thing out of the center and put it off to the side a little bit. It looks to be pretty hot, and I think it cooked through enough to where it won't matter how hot it is, because the goal is to prevent the temperature from getting too high to where you can't cook the burger for long enough without burning it, but also not too low to where the burger just doesn't even cook. I'm thinking we may have a good medium here, and I'll probably let this sit for another minute or so for a total of about 2 minutes, and then it should be ready to flip, guys. It doesn't take very long to cook lean meat, and this is about as lean as it gets. It's like 90%, I think. Okay, I believe it's ready to flip now. It's been approximately 2 minutes. Flip it. Oh, look at that. It looks perfect, guys. It looks totally perfect. Okay, now I need to run inside and grab a plate because I forgot one and it's gonna be done before I know it. I gotta hurry up. Move, devil, move, shrew! Move, devil, move, shrew! I gotta play! All right, I got the burger off. It's been about 2 minutes on either side. Would you shut up, Crow? That's good focus right there, guys. Once again, 2 minutes on either side, about 15 minutes at a lower temperature, and I'm pretty sure it's done. Feels like it might be a little overdone, but hey, better overdone than underdone, I always say. I'm just kidding, I've never said that in my entire life. But now we gotta cook the shrimps. Start laying these guys on there. The shrimps have been placed. Now I need to go wash my hands and grab some tongs before they overcook and burn and shrivel up and die. The shrimps have been going for about a minute now on the flip side, and they probably spent 2 minutes on the other side. I think I might have left them a little longer, a little crispy, but that's okay. That's just the shell. Luckily, I got some shell-on ones. They should still be pretty darn good. And once again, these guys are only coated with Old Bay and a little tiny bit of vinegar. That's it, guys. You gotta keep it simple. You gotta keep it simple. It's really difficult to record and try to be funny without showing you my face. You're welcome. The shrimps are now complete, my friends. And, you know, they're a little charred, but a little char never hurt nobody. Actually, probably has. Char is basically just carcinogen, so yeah, it'll be all right. And now I'm toasting my bread over here, so the bread should be done relatively quickly compared to the burger and the shrimp. And then once they're done, I just take the patty, and then I put it on the bun, and then I add my jam, and then I add a little bit of a few greens and stuff. And that's essentially all that I do whenever I make a Papa Burger. Let's go ahead and flip the bread before it burns. Look at that, it's got cool grill marks on it. Pretty nifty. The bread is now done. I put the burger on the bread, I put the jam on the burger, and I garnished the burger with a few greens, and it looks pretty delicious, guys. It looks pretty delicious. And the shrimp, I actually tasted one of them. They're really, really good. I was very surprised on how good they were. So this is pretty much it. It's got the Papa Burger right here with the onion jam and some healthy greens, and I got my lighter for whenever I'm smoking them. Whenever I want to keep my shrimp lit. Shrimp! Let's try to get a good camera angle to watch me eat here. Let's make this as artistic as possible. Oh, look at that. Does that look professional or what? All right, now I'm gonna pop in the frame here, guys. It's the Papa Burger, guys. And some shrimp! I'm gonna taste it. I'm gonna taste this delicious looking thing. We'll see how well I cook the burger also. It's overcooked, but that's okay. It's still juicy and it tastes good. That's all that matters. There's a little bit of pink in there somewhere. Let's go ahead and try one of these shrimp as well. They don't seem to be overcooked or anything. Just the shell was a little bit charred. They're good. I love shrimp. This has been a success. Get out of here, fly. Stupid fly. And before I end off this video, one of the donors asked a few questions, and I will happily oblige while I'm eating my delicious Papa Burger and some scrimps. So, the first question is, what is your favorite song to play on the guitar? I don't really have one, to be completely honest, although I enjoy playing Take Your Whiskey Home by Eddie Van Halen. Or Van Halen. Shut up, Pearl. There's a cat meowing. This is the best camera angle ever, by the way, guys. What is your favorite movie? I'd have to say it's a close tie between Guardians of the Galaxy and Deadpool. In terms of new movies. I don't know about old movies. I have a lot of favorites. What is the first video game I ever played? The first one I remember playing, or the first one I ever played? I have no idea what the first one I ever played was. Probably GoldenEye or something along those lines. Something old as shit. And the first one I really remember playing is Halo 1 on the Xbox. I got it on my birthday when I was like 7 years old. So it was pretty meaningful. Who is your inspiration? DJ Khaled. Have you ever been recognized in public? No. Not really, actually. I have not. I kind of live in the woods in a secluded wasteland, so not many people live out here, and the people that do don't watch shitty videos on the internet. No offense. Anyways, all right, enough of that terrible camera angle. Let's finish this up. This has been an episode of Cooking with Papa Oomsie. Hopefully you guys learned something in watching me cook the Papa Burger and some shrimp. If not, that's probably what I was expecting. So, no harm, no foul, I guess. And yeah, thank you guys so much again for donating, and we'll do it again sometime. And peace, bros. What the f was that?